Hello everyone, my name is Joseph. I work for HCPA as a Health Promotion Educator. What I thought I would do today is take us through some Tai Chi exercises with the aim in mind to exercise our mental health and start to cultivate an air of mindfulness. Mindfulness is just a way of describing how we observe our thoughts and also our feelings. And it is my hope that we will create some distance between some of the more challenging, anxious thoughts we have or depressive thoughts we have by being in the moment, being in our bodies and engaging in some lovely flowing movements, which is what Tai Chi promotes fundamentally. You'll be happy to know you can do this from a standing or seated position. I hope you are very patient with me as I will do two sets. One first from a seated position and then from a standing position, and you can follow along at your leisure. So without further ado, I think we'll get started and we'll meet in the seated position right now. Before we begin to engage in our Tai Chi exercises, we want to establish a baseline for what we mean by mindfulness. I will invite you, if you are sat on a chair, you are quite far back in your chair, we'd invite you to hip walk to the front third of your chair, ensuring your back is nice and straight, your chest is open, your head is nice and tall, both feet are planted firmly on the ground. What we're going to do here is engage in a few breathing exercises just to get that baseline. I invite you to put one hand on the top of your chest and the other hand resting on your belly. What we're going to do is we're going to take in a couple breaths here, making sure we're beginning the breath by expanding the belly and then feeling a gentle rise in the final third of the breath through your chest. So we're expanding the belly, feeling the rise, exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. What you're going to notice here is the initial breath, the initial inhalation starts. It originates at your belly button. You're going to feel that expanding and then a gentle rise in the chest. We'll do two more. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. As we inhale, feel the rise of breath, and then we just let it go gently. What I want to encourage you and invite you to do is, throughout these exercises, don't focus too much on the movements, but focus on your breath, and you'll notice your breath is leading the movements in each of these exercises. As much as we are going to engage in our arms and a little bit of our legs as well, notice that the origin, the guide through this movement is not even myself, but it is your own breath. Trust the flow of your breath, let the breath be your teacher, and you won't go far wrong. We're going to begin with an exercise I like to call painting the fence. Again, ensuring our backs are nice and straight, the chest is open, feet are firmly planted on the floor. If they're a bit narrow, have a wider base so you feel nice and firm, nice and stable. Hands can be resting gently out in front of you. And I want you to imagine there's a nice wooden fence in front of you, and we're just dunking our hands very gently in some paint. And as we breathe in, we move the hands and wrists forwards. And as we breathe out, the palms come down to paint the fence. We're breathing in and we breathe out. Breathing in, wrists come up, breathing out, palms facing. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Again, let your breath be your guide here. Breathing in, breathing out. Really start to cultivate the awareness you're having of the internal mechanisms inside your body. Breathing in and breathing out to rest. Excellent. I'm going to demonstrate this now from a standing position so we can all feel the effects. I will emphasize you can use a support option. I would encourage you to use a support option to start off with. I'm going to show you just from a side how I can use this because I want you to be able to have a full view of how this works. So very important again, you have quite a wide base here. Hands gently relaxed out in front of you. We can start by just gently lowering the hands and then we breathe in and we breathe out. Palms come to face. We breathe in and we breathe out. Palms come to face the fence. We can do this one-handed if we want to rely on our support options. We breathe in and we breathe out. And as we start to get more familiar with the exercise, you'll notice how this translates into my lower body as well. So as I come down, slight bend in the knees. Breathing in, breathing out, really sinking into that base. As I breathe in, I extend the legs and breathe out. And then as I get confident, I can start to use both hands, breathing in, breathing out, really sinking into those powerful legs. Breathing in, breathing out. I'm just going to show you a few more breaths from a profile view. Wide base as I breathe in. Hands come up, breathe out. Palms face away. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And come to standing. Excellent. When we notice here that the breath is being our teacher, the energy is coming up and it's coming down. We are just trying to follow our inhale, the inhale bringing us up and the exhale bringing us down and grounded into the floor. It's a very nice exercise. You'll notice again how that energy is flowing upwards and downwards. What I'm going to translate that now into is how do we move our energy forwards and backwards in a safe way. So I'm going to begin from a seated position so we can all see. I'm just hoping I get in frame now. This second exercise is called rowing the oar. Because we're moving our center of our attention and our energy, our weight forwards and backwards, we can feel a little bit unstable on the chair. So what I'm going to invite you to do is, if you have a look at my feet to start off with, one foot is coming back and the other foot is coming forwards. You may want to get right on the edge of your chair for this, but as you can see here, if my weight is coming forwards, being distributed across the front foot, I'm very strong, I'm very supported from this position here. You can have them a little bit wider. They don't have to be right in front of each other, but here I'm very strong, I'm very supported. I can lean and reach right far forward here and not feel like I'm off balance. And you could swap sides. Again, what we want to be mindful of is that our hands are nice and relaxed. And I want you to imagine you're in a boat and you're rowing an oar frontwards and we're coming backwards. This is the movement to start off with. And as we get better at the movement, we can start to include the breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So we're really rowing that oar. Exhale, focusing on our breathing, focusing on the internal workings of our bodies, the flow of breath through the lungs. Exhale. Exhale and relax. Good stuff. You even notice here a little bit of fatigue start to set into your arms. This is an exercise. I am framing it from the aim of mindfulness and cultivating some healthy aspects of our mental health, being aware of our thoughts, being aware of our feelings. But you will start to notice how this can become physically a little bit more challenging when I get up and show you from a standing perspective. So I'm going to show you again from a standing position. I'm going to have this side on. So we have a base of support here. And again, before I start, you need to make sure my feet are in frame, because the start of the movements always begins with the connection we have with the floor. So we have a staggered stance. The back foot comes, we don't want it too far, a little bit wider than shoulder width in terms of the stance. Both feet are pointed forwards. And again, I've got a very strong wide base here. My chest is open, I'm looking forward. My hands are relaxed. I can have my base of support here if I'm not quite ready for that. But as I reach forward, I feel the weight. If you have a look at my feet, my weight is coming forwards, it's coming onto the front foot here. And as I come back, I lean into the back foot. So you can see how the weight is being distributed across my strong base here. And the wider base you have, the stronger supported you are. Please, if this is a little bit challenging, do start with a hand on a support option, and you can start to feel your weight being distributed across those feet. And as you get better, we'll do another couple breaths here. But as we inhale, come forward, exhale, we sink back into that heel and row. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Letting the breath lead the movement. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Two more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale to relax. Good stuff. Again, you can see how some balance components are starting to come into play. Feeling how our weight is affecting the pressure in our feet is very important. Again, when we speak about mindfulness, we're having a conversation with our bodies, we're communicating with it, we're observing our feelings, observing our thoughts, and I encourage you to do that. What we're going to do now is we're going to conclude this with one final exercise. I'm going to do this from a seated position, and then you can do exactly the same from a standing position. We're going to do around the world, so making sure again we're at the front third of our chairs, feet, heels firmly planted on the floor, nice tall back, open chest, similar to the paint the fence, but we are going around the world this time. If you imagine a globe in front of you, as we breathe in, we bring the hands up, and as we breathe out, we come down. As we breathe in, the hands come up, fingertips nice and high, and we breathe out, we come down. Let's begin. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Notice the subtle movements as you begin to turn to engage in this movement. Observe the flow of your attention and energy being taken in this circular vein. Breathing in, breathing out, and then we're going to go the opposite way. Coming to pause just for a moment. Other way. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Twice more now. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, and to rest. Excellent work. Again, if we want to engage from a standing position, we can do so. We can get the chair here, again making sure we have a nice wide base of support. Hands can be on our support option, so you can see. What we can start to do is incorporate a little bit of the legs here. As we come down to this lower portion, a little bit of movement in the knees. We sink into that big strong base. And remember, we are supported by those strong muscles in the front of the thigh, back of the thigh, buttocks as well. Even the calf muscles are working to support us. So we'll go for just another couple here. We breathe in and we breathe out, sinking into that strong base. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Opposite way now, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Last one, breathing in and breathing out. Excellent. Though a little bit unconventional, Tai Chi is very popular in the East, and the frame of mind I'm describing to you is mindfulness. I really hope that this is a valuable but also practical tool you can use if ever you feel yourself thinking about events in the future that have not happened yet, anxiety, stress, things of this nature, or perhaps lingering on past events which can manifest itself in a depressive sense. This, although speaking about how we're feeling, opening a constant form of communication with others about how we are managing with our emotions inside. Likewise, having that open communication with our bodies is so invaluable and so resourceful to have. And Tai Chi, meditation, any kind of mindfulness practice, even such activities as reading can be a great tool in this moment. So think of this as having a conversation with the body, exercising a little bit of balance work as well, breathing deeply, and I really hope this can be of resource to you. With that, I'm going to conclude this video, and I hope this supports you not only in your mental health, but your emotional health and your physical well-being. And I hope to see you healthy and happy very soon.